on Sunday, man? I know you're nervous for the Rams, but you got to be a little enthusiastic after being there.
Bro, that game atmosphere was ridiculous. The energy, the electricity. That place was rocking. Anyone was there, and a lot of the Super Buck fans were there too. The Buck.
Tampa Tones. We are joined by Lead Goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron Show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat
It looks
Donovan.
like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like we got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
Howdy ho, howdy hey, how the hell is everybody? Taco Tuesday. As J-Lo is going to get a taco, I think. No, he'll be back though. Tampa Tones here alongside the great J-Lo and other Buccateers joining the program tonight as well here on a Taco Tuesday, a Tune Me Up Tuesday for the off season, as we do have J-Lo back. J-Lo, what happened? You go to get a taco on Taco Tuesday, brother? How the hell are you?
Good, brother, good. No, I couldn't hear you, so I had to, jump off, hop back in. But I can hear you clearly now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My apologies. Technology in 2024, it's one of the most confusing things to understand. So, I'm glad you can hear me now, brother. How are things going? And another great episode to talk some Bucs football, NFL football, and all the damn likes with you, my man. Excited to get into it.
Yes, sir. Me too, man. I'm just want to get the schedule release going, man. There's like 2 NFL teams on social media, like throwing hints, like schedule coming out soon. Like, come on, Goodell, come on, NFL, stop messing around. Let's get it going.
And we're going to get into that and so much more. Schedule release rumors. Who is teasing the schedule release now? And what are they saying? Bucs press conferences. Who stood out? Who said what as they enter back into the building? Culp, Mcmillan, or Bucky Irvin? Who will be the Bucs breakout offensively as a rookie? Who will break out for the Bucs? Bear draft chatter. As you guys know, Buccateers and BucWhatYaHeard are collaborating to do Bear draft for the fans, by the fans for the 2024 season. Going to update you on the Buccateers schedule this month. I got a busy May. A lot of bachelor parties. Everyone tying the damn knot at once. It's like, what the hell is going on here? But we'll get into that. Final word and so much more, J-Lo. But since you teased it a little bit, let's go ahead and start with the schedule release. And speaking of start, if you guys are watching on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Google, or so much more, specifically YouTube, not the rest. No, I'm kidding, on anything you want. But if you are watching on YouTube right now, please hit the subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on as well. That way you'll never miss a show. And feel free to hit that like button. That'll do J-Lo, myself, and a lot of us real well. Speaking of real well, J-Lo, the schedule's always put out really well. It's always very, very thought out by the National Football League, higher-ups, Roger Goodell and company. They know what the hell they're doing. This time around, it seems like they're staying tight to the vest, tight-lipped, hard-pressed, closed mouths, whatever the hell you want to say it. But, as you alluded to, we got a couple of guys, a couple of teams potentially breaking the silence on the NFL schedule release. Again, last week we heard someone say maybe May 7th or maybe May 9th, which is Thursday. Not May 7th, I'm sorry. May 9th, which is Thursday. Now you hear Jim Irsay's lips. They're flapping a little bit. I don't know what the hell he's on, but he's a man. I'm a fan of Irsay, but he said this. Jim Irsay said, schedule release, it smells like it's coming close. That's the owner of a football team saying that. The owner of the franchise. J-Lo, thoughts on Jim Irsay spilling the beans potentially on a schedule release coming this week? And have you heard any other chatter, buzz, or anything of the nature in terms or regarding schedule release for the NFL?
Yeah, I saw the Jim Irsay post. Hopefully it's not whiskey he's smelling there. Hopefully he's hopefully he's telling the truth. When he said
a little bit.
And then as far as other things I'm hearing, the Bengals, the football team's Twitter account posted SpongeBob Patrick answering the phone and they're asking when the schedule release. This is Patrick, that type of thing. So the Bengals are throwing out a little nugget out there and it says schedule coming out soon. So I'm assuming it's Thursday, bro. It's gotta be Thursday. There's no way they can make us wait another week. Like, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling.
What say you? Do you think that is going to be Thursday for sure? Then you think that's it?
I'm thinking Thursday. I think Thursday. I think we should hear an announcement either sometime late tonight with these two Twitter accounts between Jim Irsay and the Bengals. I'm thinking we'll hear an announcement that they'll do the schedule release show Thursday. If not, definitely tomorrow we'll know something. There's no way they're gonna keep putting putting us all on wait here.
Yeah, and I want to ask you this as well, J-Lo.
Yes, sir.
Buccaneers. We talked about it briefly the other day, and sorry, I'm these damn technology. You play music nowadays, you got to cover your ass so greatly. I'm like, who the hell is this? But some music bull crap needing to help us. But anyway, J-Lo, Buccaneers schedule. So let's just focus on the Bucs. No one's really said anything. Our great friend JC Allen and all those likes, they haven't really mentioned a blip of the Bucs schedule. Usually by now you hear a little bit of something. Do you think this is just the NFL doing a better job of, hey, we want more eyes on schedule release when it is released? Or do you think it's just really, really not put together concretely just yet?
I'm thinking the NFL is just trying to create more views. They're trying to get more audience, get people involved more in the schedule release, which I think many of us are more involved. It's one of the biggest, events of the year as well, schedule release. That way you get your calendar book open and pick the games you're going to go to, possibly.
Like we need to do.
I'm trying to get prepared for you and the family to come down so we can have a little barbecue, man.
That'll be a lot of fun. And we've heard some people say schedule release. You think it might be coming this Thursday. Some others do as well. I think Jay or Plus, I forget who said it in our Bucs group chat earlier, but they said, hey, hold on. Schedule release was announced day of last year. So maybe that's the case again this year. Maybe they announce it for next week. Who knows? But Pops chimes in as Pops texts in the program and says, I predict the schedule release will be next Thursday, not this Thursday, as the NFL likes for, a few days, throw big games out there to build it up first. Do you agree with that, J-Lo? That's what kind of we were just talking about a few moments ago.
Yeah, Pops could be on point with that. But not to be mean, but hopefully not, man. I really don't want to wait another week. If we have to, it is what it is. But I think it's.
I always tell people, though, the build-up and the anticipation is the best part, a great part.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We always wait for that one Twitter post by the Bucs, saying schedule release coming out soon, because they usually build that up too, and they've been really quiet. So maybe it could be next week, because the only two teams that have come forth is the Colts and the Bengals, from what I've seen.
Yeah, and Bengals, again, reiterate that one more time. I think everybody knows the Jim Irsay sentiment, but the Bengals, one more time, I know you brought it up again, but for our new viewers, the chat is growing. What did the Bengals necessarily hint about for the schedule release?
Yeah, the Bengals pretty much did like a SpongeBob Patrick answering the phone, and every time he puts up the phone, it keeps saying when schedule release. This is Patrick. Hang up. And they call again. They call again. And he said, no, this is Patrick, and hangs up the phone. So then, of course, he gets frustrated and slams the phone. Then above the video, the Bengals said schedule release coming out soon, but didn't say this week. It just says soon. So to me, I feel like they're building something up to where it could be very well be Thursday. If not, definitely next Thursday. There's no way they can keep pushing and pushing, and they better give us a good schedule, man. Come on, man. They better not try us.
I wonder if they coordinated with every team out there and said, hey, you guys leaked this on this day. You guys leaked this on this day. And they're kind of conspiracy theory and a buildup here. Or am I conspiracy theory and a falselyhood? What do you think?
No, I mean it could be. I just feel honestly that it's gonna come out this week. If two teams are coming forward now,
Hey,
if
and
it's not,
I almost forgot. You did get a new ant name as well. Quickly before we forget and move on here, share that real quick. JLo Tampa 813. That's where the new people could find you on Twitter or X. That did change, correct?
yes, I changed it. It was time. I think I represent the 813 really well. It's my home. I grew up in it, and Tampa, I think fit well with J Lo.
Yeah, Lo is a great Tampa member, and that's what I love about the Buccateers. There's 7 of us, and each of us bring a special piece of the pie to the 813 chatter, to the Buccateers for Bucs Talk. Is Lucky Lucy happy new moon? Happy new moon to you. To you, Lucky Lucy. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see what happens there. New moon. That's interesting. Lo, you know anything about the new moon?
Truthfully, I don't know what she's talking about. The new moon.
Come on, man. Maybe we'll get a new moon tonight. You never know. But nonetheless, you are listening to the great Lo and Tampa Tones here. It seems like we got to catch up on our astronomy classes or whatever the hell, science, that type of stuff. We're sharp in the sports and gridiron, but we're lacking in the field of science or whatever the hell new moon would fall under. But nonetheless, Lo and Tampa Tones are taking you guys until shortly after the top of the hour, and we got a great co-host joining us as well. It looks like now we do have the great Gene, the final boss in the house.
What's up, fellas?
Gene,
Boots to asses, Gene. What is up?
how we
Hey,
doing, brother?
if you guys don't already know, I love The Rock. I love his
Can you
bravado.
smell boots to asses? Final boss. All of them are great sayings. But Gene, we were just speaking of great. We were chatting about schedule release upcoming and kind of the fluff surrounding it. Seemingly the Bengals and Colts are hyping it up, and the Bucs are back in the building as well. We're getting a lot of coaches doing press conferences from one Buck and the media room and all that fun stuff, Gene. So certainly starting to feel like football is inching closer and closer, and we're already midway through May here. It ain't far off from the Hall of Fame
July
game.
just seems like a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
Hall of Fame game nearing.
Man,
So
I tell you what, right now I'm excited. I love Coach Cohen is a breath of fresh air. Um, love his concepts. If he stays true to what he's wanting to do, um, I think that Rachaad White is going to have a really good season if he can stay healthy. Um, Again, that the running game, it wasn't as bad as what people thought it was, but it could have been better. And I'll put it that's all I'm going to say about it. Again, we've struggled with the running game since Doug Martin, and it's good to see Rachaad White come in and if we can get another season out of him and we can see some consistency as fans, this team is going to be dangerous. And there's Lucky Luciano's out there.
yeah, and Lo, real quick, pops text in when you have the family barbecue. He likes a steak medium rare. He says so.
Okay, bet.
in
Okay, I
put
got
in
pops.
a steak request. But no, Gene, I agree with you. And we kind of heard that from Liam Cohen and company as well, right? He kind of alluded in yesterday's press conference, I believe it was, hey, we like what we saw out of Rachaad White, but we know there's a lot more improvement to be had in the run game. He was talking about run schemes, tight end schemes of pulling the tight end, those sorts of things. And with the new rookie Culp, who's a little bit quicker, you could possibly do some more creative things and that such. And now they have Bucky Irving as well. Lo, how do you feel about the run game? And did anything from those press conferences, whether it be Liam Cohen, Todd Bowles, Casey Rogers, any of those guys catch your eyes? Casey Rogers always seems to make a comment or something that brightens me up and makes me excited. I'll get into that after you, though.
No, I mean, honestly, we got a very, underrated coaching staff that Cohen put together. I listen to most of them from the receivers coach. I like him a lot. I think it's McClendon, the offensive court. I mean, the receivers coach, and then Skip P, the running backs coach. I think he's got a really good weapon in Bucky Irving. Irving, believe it or not, reminds me more of a Doug Martin. Breaking tackles, able to make moves, to make misses. Some people compare him to Warrick Dunn, which ain't a bad comparison either. But I think this kid's gonna really do a lot of good backing up Rashad White, because you never know. God forbid injuries happen and Rashad goes down. You're gonna have to have another back ready to go in there. And I think he's gonna do big things as far as catching the ball as well. He can go out and catch passes. I mean, you can never go wrong getting an Oregon Duck either, man. Those guys are just quick, hard to tackle, man.
Yeah, no lie. You're 100% right on all that. I'm very excited to see a backfield consisting of both Bucky Irvin and Rashad White. But from offense to defense, co-defensive coordinator, kind of the run game coordinator aspect aside, Casey Rogers was asked a bunch of things, and some things that stood out to me was him saying the biggest improvement needed is third down defense. Yes, that was a bad, glaring issue for those that remember last year. It could be 3rd and 10. It could be 3rd and 20. It seemed like the offense was just dog walking us whenever third down became apparent on the sheet for some reason. And another thing Casey Rogers said is, he really enjoys Kalijah Kancey and Yaya Diaby lining up on the same side together, so we'll see more of that. And one last thing that I like that Casey Rogers says on Vita Vea about him losing weight: I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Wait until you see him. And we saw him this weekend, and he looks like a lean, mean, fighting Gene out there. No, a fighting machine out there. Vita looks ready to go. Gene, any of those Casey Rogers comments kind of hype you up? I mean, Vita Vea, some saying, the weight loss. I think he'll be just fine. If anything, I think it helps him out. Stay on the field longer, get more healthy for the season, and help us into the playoffs.
This is the thing that irks my nerves. Is this guy knows his body. He knows what he's been doing in the NFL up to this point. He wouldn't put himself in a position to where he's not going to be able to succeed if he loses weight and he doesn't think he has the strength or the power. I think it's going to improve his speed. I think it's going to be him and Kalijah Kancey both healthy. That's a problem right there. That is a huge problem. And you've seen how fast he was at a larger weight. I just can't even imagine it. But, I've been a huge fan of Vita Vea since he's been here. And I know there have been some knocks on him, but at the end of the day, I think it was the right move to bring him in. And he's paid dividends since he's been here. And again, I'm waiting to see what he does. I'm excited for it. I don't understand when people are talking about that. If he loses too much weight, he won't, let's see what he can do. Because the guy is strong as all get out. I mean, when you're pushing centers into the quarterback, there's a lot to be said for that. So, again, I don't know, man. It's frustrating to continually see that people are, questioning these players, professional football players, and they're not, I don't think they're putting a whole lot of thought into it. So I'll leave it at that.
And I think one thing people are forgetting is Cleve and Me says, fellas, what it do? What it do, Cleve and Me, great wrestling podcast. Check us out as we're on Apple, Spotify, Google, so much more.
Brandon, what's up, buddy?
Gene and J-Lo make appearances on there from time to time as well. Brandon Leonard. Hi, Gene. Hi, Brandon. I know I'm not Gene, but I'll say hi as well. But Gene, I think you make some great points there. And on Vita Vea losing weight, I think people have it confused. They're acting like he's like getting thrown into a shrink machine, shrinking as a human being, right? Just because you lose weight doesn't mean you become any less of the human you are. He's going to be the same size, the same stature. Tummy might be down a little, muscles might be bulked a little. I'm very excited to see this. You don't see people complain about Aaron Donald's body. Now, I'm not saying Vita Vea's body is going to be identical to that of Aaron Donald, but when you look at Aaron Donald, he's more of the big, mean muscle guy, right? He's the lean guy. He's not really that big run clogger, and he dominated just fine. So,
you know what? Like I said, I just take it with a grain of salt. And, for you guys that are doing this, I do save your post for the end of the season. So
Yeah, Gene, yeah, he'll take receipts, and we're not talking our bear draft receipts either. We'll keep those too. We'll show you guys the price if you're interested and whatnot. But we'll talk about that and so much more here coming up. But Gene, you're definitely right. J-Lo, you sir on Vita Veo. I know we talked about it, so just quickly, you want to reiterate anything before we get to our potential breakout rookies offensively?
Well, I like the Fat Vita is trying to get in a different kind of shape he's ever been, probably. Because remember, he's been battling injuries, man. He was a soldier last year. You know, that's the way I look at it. He's trying to be a stronger, more lean player so he can stay on the field more. Because there's times where you can tell he's gassed out and they pull him when we really need him. You know, so that's the way I look at it. I think he's trying to build his cardio up a little bit, you know, stay on the field more so way we can get after the quarterback because he takes on those double teams to help create, you know, the pass rush. So I like what he's doing. I think he's gonna definitely climb the ladder a bit more and be more elite to me as far as a D tackle in our scheme. And I just can't wait, you know, to see what he does. I'm excited for the edge rushers we got around him.
Braswell, Randy Gregory. By the way, Randy Gregory announced his number today too. It's a little bit different of a number in a Bucs uniform, so that'll be cool for you, Randy. Thanks for bringing up the edge rushers, J-Lo. I almost forgot to even mention Randy Gregory's new number, which I wanted to get to and tease as well. He will be number 56 this year. Randy Gregory will be the big 5'6". He'd wore 94 and 5 at previous stops, 44 and 4 at Nebraska. All of those are already taken in Tampa. 95, 94, 5, 4, 44. So he settles on 56. I like an edge rusher in 56. To me, that looks really good. Gene, any thoughts on Randy Gregory sparking his new number?
Hey, you know, if that works for him, let's hope that everything works for the best. I'm still unsure what kind of product we're going to get from him. So, you know, I'm excited. If he can contribute, come in and contribute, I'm happy with the move. So, yeah, most definitely, man. If that number works for him, guys, who was the last 56 we had?
I remember we had well, I'm trying to think of a meaningful 56, and it's really hard to think of a meaningful 56 we had.
What about What about Josh Smith, that defensive end we
Scott
had?
Smith was the last good 56 we had for sure. His name was on the edge of my tongue. You know, we got him for nothing, for cheap, and he had a couple 8-sack seasons back in his heyday. He was a really good number, an under the radar 56. Let's put it like that. Was Dakota Watson 56?
I got one better. Hardy Nickerson.
Hardy har.
Now that's a throwback. I was trying to keep it a little recent. Yeah, no, that's perfect though. I mean, I'm glad
yeah, exactly. Because I was trying to think recent.
I think I guessed one. Dakota Watson, I believe, was 56. Not, I mean, how the hell did I name him? Who knows? But
Ryan Neese.
Ryan Neese, another one. Yep, I can confirm Dakota Watson was 56 with the Bucs as well. So we're naming plethoras of 56s out here now. And speaking of names, Cleve and me dropping 2 team names. Gene, we'll start with you here. Would you rather see the Panthers or a Detroit rematch week 1? You hit the home run here first, Gene. Let's say you.
I would want to see Detroit.
I want to get battle tested as well. Kind of like last year, right? We go to Minnesota last year. Everybody has Minnesota to win. Minnesota coming off a very good season in the playoffs. I believe they were 3.5 to 4.5 point favorites. We came in and smacked them around. I want to save Carolina as well. J-Lo.
Nacho.
I believe you're in the same group. Is Huncho's in here? Let's go, fam. What up, brother? How we doing?
Raheem Nunez Roches. Nacho was 56, wasn't he?
Oh, that's right. He was.
Nacho was 5'6" as well. So we got hella 5'6s. I mean, you know, we compiled an.
I love that guy.
Yeah, we compiled an interesting list of him, but man, Nacho was the man. So we got Nacho, Dakota Watson, Ryan Neese, Hardy Nickerson, Jock Smith. But 56 is waiting to be had by a difference maker yet again. Speaking of difference makers, J-Lo, difference Panthers, Lions. Let's hear it.
Revenge tour, man. I want revenge. I want us to go to Detroit and surprise the NFL and beat them in their turf. We can hit the Pens later on and spank them later. Let's go and get Detroit. Prime time, too. Let's get a primetime game.
JC Allen speaking a little bit in emoji language here. And
I think that's if you smell what the Rock is cooking. I believe.
that's what I was saying
Oh,
exactly. Do
I
you
was
smell what
thinking.
the Rock is cooking, baby? That is
Throwing
awesome.
emoji on us. I love it.
I know.
Yeah, JC's just that advanced, and the great JC can be found a plethora of
I
outlets.
didn't think he was that. I didn't think he was that high up on the wrestling food chain, but maybe I'm wrong about him. I could be wrong.
I think JC's, he's earning his stripes. I will say.
Yeah, still got a ways to go.
JC, quit holding out on us, man. Is the schedule coming out this week or not, man? I know you're hearing stuff.
No,
Please share.
JC, you can catch JC's great coverage at. Oh wow, Cleveland says, yeah, JC, he's smelling the Undertaker choke slam too. Oh boy, oh here we go. We got
Fired.
shots fired, wrestling talk all over the place. Great stuff here. If I were to pick though, I would pick Detroit as well. Carolina, I want to save. I want to open against a vicious battle against Detroit, and we're getting hot and heavy here on the Buccateers. And you could also catch us live now on BucWhatYaHeard, as we're streaming from both YouTube channels. BucWhatYaHeard,
I always forget to do it, man.
I know. Hey, it's tough, man. It's a lot of people don't realize podcasting. You pull some loops and strings. It ain't just hop on the camera, hit a button, and ready to go. You got to do some stuff down there. Cooking Carlton Davis week 1 would be superb. And JC says Bell, and then it's just a square for me on my laptop, so I just see Bell.
It's a gravestone, tombstone.
Oh,
Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's doing more
awesome.
emojis.
Speaking of bells and fire, Gene, are you saving the hot seat for Thursday, or do you want to give her a rip today?
You know what? I'm going to do something different today.
Ooh,
and
I like that.
This is a game I call 4th and 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
And the cool thing about this, you get 10 seconds to answer 5 questions. And it's real easy. It's easy. And I'm going to show you. I'm just going to let's see. Okay, if I go name 5 Bucs quarterbacks: Brady, Johnson, Freeman, Mayfield, Winston. That's 5 right there. That's five quarterbacks I've named.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that, and what do you guys think? Is that doable? And,
yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland me likes it too.
Run it.
Who is the sacrificial lamb for the initial?
J-Lo, you want it or you want me to do it? I don't mind either way.
Doesn't matter, man. I'll go.
All right, I'll take it. You sound like
then J-Lo, you got the clock then.
Okay, hold on. How much time am I putting again?
10 seconds.
Oh boy. Let me stretch out here a little bit. Let me get the blood flowing a little bit.
I mean, dude, you just saw I did it in 5 seconds with 5 quarterbacks. So,
I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's not that bad. You know your team, And like with the draft and everything, we've gotten offensive linemen, you've gotten some tight ends, you got just some of everything in there. But let me know when you're ready.
It's like a dish. It's like a dish of jambalaya, a little bit
exactly.
of this.
I don't need first and last name. It takes too long.
Yep.
As long as we can identify who you're talking about.
Cool.
Okay, so 10 seconds, you said, right?
Yep, 10 seconds.
All righty. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Name 5 Bucs wide receivers. Go.
Mike Evans, Joe Jaravicious, Chris Godwin, Rakim Jarrett, Scotty Miller.
How long did it take you?
He took about 7 seconds.
Nice.
I should have listened to Gene, though. I said first and last. That's on me. I could have probably saved a couple seconds there.
If you're not first, you're last, baby.
There you go.
Hey, but I don't mind that. That's a lot of fun, and how do I even think of those 5? It's like just.
I know. But when you think 10 seconds, you're like, oh man, that's a lot of pressure.
It was. I mean, I was literally sitting there like, damn, you're just literally flowing. I'm like, Evans, I got a name. I'm like, I don't really want to name Rakim Jarrett, but he popped up. Joe Jaravicious is a classic,
Yeah.
You said Scotty Miller, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yep, I said Scotty
that was
Miller.
the last
as
one,
well.
Scotty Miller.
Scooter.
Mhm. And I believe I said Godwin as well. So I think my 5 were Evans, Jared Vicious, Scotty Miller, Rakim Jarrett, Chris Godwin, I believe.
Yeah,
Not a not
and see, this is so cool because you can mix it up with the NFC South. I can go name 5 running backs in the NFC South or something like that. So there's a lot to this. You can actually. So I figured maybe I could switch it up. You know, I know we could still do the hot seat, but I might throw this in here every so often.
I love the 4th and
Bet.
5. If you want JC Allen, JC, you're always welcome. I don't know if I could give you a hell yeah. This is a PG rated show, so we can't say hell on here, but I'll give you a heck yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. No for
Oh,
me. No, I'm just
holy shit! Breaking news! Ding, ding, ding! We got Gene and JC's steel cage match lining up for SummerSlam. Heel Gene against JC Allen. Everybody, bring your programs and so much more. Steel cage match. Cleve and me. Who's your most memorable Bucks 4th round pick?
Ooh.
J-Lo, we'll start with you. 4th round pick. Most memorable Bucks 4th round pick, as JC says, what? You're welcome on anytime, JC, or you could keep stretching out. I know you're a busy guy. So, what?
What?
Hell yeah, Christopher Cole says. So we do have one hell yeah. But J-Lo, most memorable 4th round pick from the Bucks?
On top of my head.
I know it's hard. It's hard, but
you know what? Top of my head, let me go with Quan Alexander. I know he had a bad, way out whenever he left, but his rookie year, he was a stud, I felt like, and that's one memorable pick I remember. He was a 4th round pick, I believe.
yeah, I believe he was too. I'll confirm that, but we'll believe you for now. Then we'll revisit back to that. Gene, off the top of your head, if you could think of one, do you have any 4th round picks that come to mind that might stand out a little bit more for you than others? I'll go ahead and jump in here quick.
Yeah.
I'll give you an extra second, Gene. I'll say this. I know it's recent. I don't mean to sound biased. I don't mean to sound nuts, because I'm not going to go back 40 years and see who the fuck our 4th round pick was, right? Give me Jay Camarda. Give me the punt man who's been doing what he can with his leg and saving the Bucks. And you know what? It's like a buy one, get one free from a superstore. We took Kate Otten in the 4th round that year as well in 2022. So I'll go with that. Buy one, get one free 4th rounders. Camarda, Kate Otten.
that was my pick. I didn't think of anybody else.
Hey, you could elaborate more on that if you want, Gene.
No, I that was that was a good pick. And it's going to be interesting. I was super excited for the Bucks tight ends that year, and now I was like high on O'Keefe, and I don't know what's going to happen with him now. It's just
hey, I'm glad you said high on O'Keefe. A lot could have came out after that. No, I'm kidding. But O'Keefe.
No, that's I'm not going to go there because I definitely was almost following your lead down that path too. So
no, but O'Keefe, man, as JC says, Stone Cold ET says he's going to come there and stomp a mud hole in Gene. Sorry. Oh my God. We got Stone Cold ET. We got head of the table Gene. Holy shit. As Cleve and me says, yep, Alexander 4th round pick. 124 overall. JC says, let's go Jordan Whitehead or Anthony Nelson. So we're getting a lot. I mean, I forgot.
Hey, bring him on. I
forgot
love
about
JC.
Jordan Whitehead. Oh my God, I forgot about him.
Bucks have done a nice job in the 4th round, seemingly, guys.
Again, it goes without saying that what Jason Light has been able to do with picks, and he's just continued to get better doing it. And we're fortunate to be, considering the poverty that we've had to deal with over the years. It's really good to. Oh, Will Golston! Holy crap!
Will Golston, there you go again. So, as JC's calculating on Google, all these things. No, I'm kidding. He's a brainiac over there. So, as you can see, though, Gene, we always say it. J-Lo, I know you say it as well. Trust the process. I mean, look at these names. They're all still here, or they're all still around outside of Quan Alexander, and even Quan had a nice, impactful career with the Bucs. So, you could find gems in round 4. I'm tired of those people. We should trade our 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 6th for a 1st. Sometimes it's about
Bro,
quality.
this is like I said, you have to walk away from some conversations. You really do.
Can I
Or
throw one
use
out
it.
there?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I think I'll throw one more out there. I think one of the worst pits in the second round was that kicker from Florida State. Roberto Arguello. Since we're on the subject of draft pits and all that, my memorable one. That to me is a memorable one because we traded up in the second round to get a damn kicker. That
Who
to me
remembers
was
Big Dan Bunning? Big Dan Bunning was a 4th-round pick back in 05. He started 23 career games with the Bucs. And
talking about the guy from Wisconsin. I believe he was in 2005 rookie. You talking about Dan Benning?
yep, he grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and
Okay.
yep, he's born in 81. So yeah, he should have had longer for the Bucs, but obviously didn't pan out too well. Michael Plus, Dr. Plus in the house.
Doctor.
Somebody call. Remember Brodus Clay? Somebody call a doctor. I'll say Bucky Irvin will be a good 4th-round pick. I agree there. And I think the Bucky Irvin pick has a lot of potential. And that was a classic Bucs pick where you didn't hear the Bucs barking about Bucky a lot. So I like that pick. Tony Mayberry plus favorite Jalen Darden. J.C. Allen's listing like a Bible grocery list dynamic over here. This is beautiful. J.C.
Oh, I forgot
getting
about little man Darden.
Jalen Darden from North Texas was
Jeremy
supposed.
McMuffin was 5th round, wasn't he? He wasn't 4th round.
Yeah,
I
he was
think
5th round.
I think McMuffin was round 5.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Plus agrees with us, Gene. K. Dotton.
Yeah.
So there we go. We're getting a lot of K. Dotton love right now. But as you could tell, good question, Cleve and me. You sparked a lot of 4th-round talk. Speaking of rookies, guys, we're not counting the O-linemen. We're not counting Graham Barton. We're not counting Klein. We know that they'll be impactful in some way because everybody in the trenches, for better or for worse, makes an impact. So we know that Barton definitely will. And I think Klein will too, based on the knowledge and truth that J.C. Allen spit out about Klein last week on the show. There's a lot to like about this kid. He was top 10 in a lot of offensive lineman categories last season. So very, very good stuff there. But really more so talking about the skill players, whether it's Bucky Irvin, Mcmillan, or Culp, the tight end from Washington. Out of those 3, J-Lo, will start with you. Who will break out offensively as a rookie for this Bucs team? Culp, Mcmillan, Bucky Irvin, J-Lo, you're on the clock.
Oh, damn. Tough one. Give me McMillan. Give me the receiver from Washington. I think this kid is going to come in and be the dominant number 3 receiver. No disrespect to Trey Palmer. I feel like will be giving him a heavy battle, but you can never have enough good receivers. And I like this kid's attitude. Pretty much sitting down behind 2 other good receivers, but he was still productive in the big games. So give me that kid from Washington, McMillan. I think we're going to see him a lot on the outside while Godwin's in the slot. And I think Baker's going to enjoy throwing the ball to him.
What say you, Gene? Do you agree with McMillan, or are you going Irvin or Culp?
I'm going Irvin. I think the Bucs are long overdue to have a good running back. I know we had, I know what we had during our Super Bowl run with Lenny and with Ronald Jones and whoever else they had in that committee. But I really am. I'm hoping that Bucky will be that guy that can come in and help this team to make plays and put them in a better position to win.
I'm going to be different here. And, for better or for worse, I'm going to be different. And I'm just going to play devil's advocate because you guys each named great reasons for each of those players. For better or for worse, whether I mean it or not, I'm just going to take Devin Culp to talk about him a little bit and the potential on why he could have the best impact this year offensively for skill position rookies for this Buccaneers team. Wow, Luke Stocker, great one, Gene. Blocking tight end, spent years with Atlanta and Tennessee as well. So good one right there. Big Luke. But my reason for Devin Culp, we all know the status of that tight end locker room. We had first or second or third year tight ends. We had O'Keefe, Payne Durham, K. Dotton. I told J-Lo, Gene, and the rest of the Buccateers before the draft, I do not want to draft a tight end because that means we're giving up on one of these young tight ends. What did we do? We drafted Devin Culp, which to me means that we're going to show the door to a young tight end. And to me, if you're going to show the door to a young tight end, you better make sure that draft pick's a good one. And I think that they know something about this Devin Culp cat. And you heard JC Allen hop on last week and say, hey, listen, about Devin Culp. The Bucs love these Washington kids. They loved how they're coached. They love how they're prepped. Now it might be Bama because Washington's coach moved to Bama and so forth. But, you know, Devin Culp might be one of these guys who's ready by midseason to start making an impact. And let's be honest, Mcmillan surely could be the slot receiver, but he's still got to battle the likes of Evans, Godwin, and Trey Palmer for targets, right? Bucky Irving could surely be a hell of a running back 2, or maybe down the road even running back 1. But you still got to battle Chase Edmonds and Rachaad White for that backfield duty. When you look at a guy like Culp, yes, there's K-Dot in there. Marv Albert voice, yes. But yes, there's K-Dot in there. Yes, there's Cokeith there. And there's Payne Durham there. But out of Cokeith and Payne Durham, and don't get me wrong, I like both a lot, he could easily jump over at least Cokeith. He could even maybe make the leap past Payne Durham. I mean, given the athletic abilities of Culp, it could be endless. So to me,
and maybe I'm wrong, but I think all it's going to take is a little bit of consistency, or having consistency in order to, kind of hedge your way up to, some of these positions. Become that player that your quarterback trusts, and whether it's sitting in there blocking or whatever your assignment is, and you're able to go in and consistently do it. Consistency will take you a long way in the NFL.
JC, if you do want the link, let us know. I think you're busy on Tuesdays, but if you do want to join, and I do agree with Gene as well, but JC says, bye. Hey, hope we're not running you off. And here's another thing. Plus and JC, you guys are making great
so now
points.
he doesn't want to come on now, huh?
Yep, look at him. Now he's saying shut it. See,
Jabroni's out of here, huh?
He's running away. Cheer practice. Wait, JC's gonna
Does he have the leg for cheer practice?
He's gonna be out there saying, "Give me a Y, MCA." That's what JC's gonna be.
Give me a table and let's put this jabroni through it.
Oh my God! By God! Let's contract right here.
Tones, get the table.
JC and Gene are locked in for SummerSlam. J-Lo, I got a table ready. You know it. Plus turn me on. Oh boy, this is getting sticky, no pun intended. This is getting into treacherous waters. I scared him off because I was bashing his boy Logan Hall.
Well, like that takes much.
That's my guy. Look at that.
I'm sorry. Well, you're lucky Krillin isn't on here right now, because he had some choice words about that jersey last week. It was pretty good. That is
a game-worn Logan Hall jersey. So for better or for worse, it holds a little bit of value.
I understand.
It's
probably clean.
It's a little stinky. It's a little stinky. That's actually, I won't get into it.
Okay, you don't know
how I acquired it, how I got it. That's a different story. JC says, that's it, Tones. Get the tables. All right, hold on. Be right back. No, I'm kidding. The tables are ready. They're here. CJ MacArthur says, ayo, yo. Ayo, yo, CJ.
CJ, my boy.
Man? CJ, what's going on?
We're getting great stuff here. But I did want to say to Plus and JC Allen quick, yes, Bucs have made mistakes here and there, sure. But you could go on every team and say, this person could have had that. This person could have this. You could go by the beer. I think 10 teams passed on Mahomes. 32 teams passed on Brady. So, draft mistakes do happen. And that's one of the things. No offense to none of these guys, but if we're mentioning Boy Mafe or Carl Loftus or, Ibiketti over Logan Hall, it could be or Kenny Gainwell, a backup third string running back. My Lord, I think the Bucs are doing something right here if those are the type of guys we're mentioning. No mention of other guys. So
yeah,
it's some good stuff right there. Say it right, Tones. JC, I don't know what the hell you want me to say right. You're having me say everything out here. Get the tables. Did I say it wrong for you, sir? Get the tables. Is that better? Or did I mispronounce it as well? As Plus said, laugh my ass off. I love it. You know what else I love? For those that missed it, go catch the instant replay on Apple, Spotify, Google, and so much more. Gene and I went live with Dolphin 72 last week, and that was a lot of fun. The replay is available now. And Gene, you're going to be taking over the driver's seat this Thursday as well, I believe. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Just anybody, if you can join, definitely join. We'll have the Buccateers. It will be on Buccateers. It will be on BucWhatYaHeard. I'm going to force you guys to listen to us one way or the other. So it's going to be on.
I can't wait, man. That'll be a lot of fun. Again, catch Gene and the guys. When you thinking 7 Eastern again, Gene? Or is that
7 Eastern?
You guys could catch Gene and the guys on Thursday. So, oh my, Def won't be here Thursday.
Yeah. Because he'll be recovering from me just putting the steel chairs on him.
This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun right now. Man, I love podcasting. I love it, man. You can't beat this shit. You can't make this shit up. You can't beat it. MK 17-0 this season. I love the thought process. I love the hope. I love the good fandom in MK. Keith needs to be reclassified as a fullback. He's pretty much a fullback in the make it. He's pretty much a blocking tight end, which in theory, he's like a Brandon Maliuna. Remember him? Brandon Maliuna from the Bears and Chargers. He was a tight end. JC, I'm on the Roman schedule. Oh, we'll see you in 2027, JC. We appreciate you fighting. I think Roman only defended his belt like 30 times in a 4-year span or something. Not to take away from Roman, not to get distracted. And I know he had, a lot of stuff pop up. We could probably talk all about that in a wrestling.
Yeah, we definitely could.
Maybe Cleve and me, Gene and JC, J-Lo, if you guys are listening tomorrow or right now, I think we're doing Cleve and me tomorrow. So whether it's Gene,
you guys are finally doing a show. Where those guys been? Are they on vacation?
We perked up last week after Cleve was actually in training in Atlanta for a couple months for his job. So,
Is he okay?
Yeah, well, I think he's got a case of the Falcons.
Yeah.
So
a lot of soap and a lot of bleach, and he'll be able to recover in a couple of months.
As that one YouTuber said, I think her name was Papricia. Wipe your balls and smelly ass after staying in Atlanta.
As soon as you get off that plane.
Smelly roses.
Go into one of those go into the airport toilet and give yourself a bird bath. You'll be more clean than coming from Atlanta. Yeah. Case of the Falcons. No, for real. Case of the Falcons. He's starting to grow a beak a little bit. His fur is spurred, and they call him the dirty bird. JC, first time it was defended without interference in over 2 years at Backlash. And, that's just it.
What a show off.
Yeah. And one other thing, Cody Rhodes did need the Avengers to help him out as well at WrestleMania. Let's not forget that. Cody Rhodes needed like 80 people to help put him over the top. But speaking of put over the top.
Otherwise, the crybabies would have been nuts.
Yeah, otherwise.
Babies.
Sheesh. I know a couple of them. I think someone I used to live with and I'm close to dyed their hair blonde even. But speaking of dyeing their hair blonde, there's Guinness blonde. There's a lot of bear out there. We don't know yet what the one will be for BucWhatYaHeard and Buccateers for the 2024 Buccaneers season. So we need you, CJ MacArthur. We need you, JC Allen. We need Christopher Cole. We need MK. We need all of you people to start giving us your bear recommendations. We're not talking about like a bear you could only find in 1% of the world. Like, the silver pine tar revolution made up in Seattle is a beautiful choice. I'm sure it is, but hell, we need to get that shit. And
exactly.
Get it locally pronto. So give us your good beers, but give us your IPAs, give us your drafts, give us your crafts, give us your local stuff, and we'll take it into consideration. You could tweet at Gene at BucWhatYaHeard, or you could tweet at me, Tampa Tones. You could leave a comment on the show. You could go to one of our YouTubes. You could email us. However you want to get it in. Get at us. Get at Gene. Get at myself. Get at J-Lo. Or get at one of the other 4 misfits of the Buccateers. And
So what do we want to do? The end of July, is that the cutoff, or what do we want to do?
We'll say end of July. We'll say Hall of Fame game. Because
Okay.
to me, I know, that's actually a preseason game I do have on. I know it's kind of a goofy one. It's
Holy
like
crap, he drinks gin. He's probably got warrants.
I'm a gin. Holy, what are you, Bombay Sapphire? Are we sipping?
Oh no,
Tanqueray. What kind of gin we going with? Do the Juicy J always said do the Bombay gin dance. So I'm hoping you got some good Bombay. But
gin and juice.
Gene is right. We're gonna cut it off at
let's cut it off the end of June. That way we'll have a chance to try them.
Sure, cut it off end of June, and then we'll say our decision will be made. Let's say this: as long as we're all available, we'll go live the night of the Hall of Fame game and make our decision. How about that? I believe that's on a Thursday too, so that should fold in. All schedules abide, but we'll see. Seagram's, nothing beats good old Seagram.
For years or two.
I know, I haven't heard that since my college days.
Yeah.
MK, when Baker's holding the Super Bowl trophy of February, you better be thinking of me. I'll be thinking of a lot of stuff if Baker Mayfield's on.
I don't like that.
I'll be like the Ron Burgundy gif, where he's trying to walk away from the nice lady in the office and you pitch a little tent. If Baker if Baker has the Lombardi hoisted, I'll be a little happy.
I will buy you a Baker jersey. That's my hot take for tonight.
Wow.
Official Baker jersey.
And Christopher doesn't drink beer. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, well, there are things that go on in life, I get it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just excited. But hey, Gene, you heard Gene right there. He will buy a Baker jersey if Baker is
for him. This is strictly for MK by him making this early prediction.
So MK, you heard it here. Write it down.
It's on video and it's on the internet, and the internet is forever. Just ask Drake.
Just ask Diddy. Oh boy, too soon.
They're interchangeable, but yeah, go ahead with that.
Yeah, well, the new Diddy, the old Diddy, Anyway, hey, we're talking WWE. We're talking pop culture. We just do it all here on the Buccateers. Gene, J-Lo, Tampa Tones here with a couple other things to go over. And speaking of jerseys, guys, next Bucs jersey you are wanting to nab. Gene, we'll start with you since you brought up the Baker jersey. Any style, any year, any player, what style, what player would it be if you were to buy your next Bucs jersey to rock for the 2024 season and beyond?
It's gonna be Ndamukong Suh, 93. My 93.
Wow.
That's the next jersey that I plan on getting, and it will be the Super Bowl jersey and all that.
What do you the same color we wore in the Super Bowl as well?
Exactly.
Because when the Bucs first win in the Super Bowl, I have a Lenny F black one, and I love the black ones, but those were the ones they were kind of trotting out. They are very sharp. They are very slick, but now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, the main ones they should have trotted out would be the Super Bowl jerseys that we actually wore, but who knows? Maybe Fanatics had leftover black jersey stock or something. But
yeah, see, I got Mike Evans in the black jersey.
Oh, so you have one as well. Hey, maybe one episode we'll have to squat up. You wear the Evans, I'll wear the Lenny F. And J-Lo could wear a Bucs jersey as well. So I love the Ndamukong Suh jersey, though, Super Bowl one. That would be classic. And let's be honest, I know he bounced around a little bit after he left here, Philadelphia and other places, but he'll be remembered as a Buck as his last really, really big impact. And he was a monster here, a mammoth here. J-Lo, what say you, brother? What jersey would you go with next? As MK says, let me pull up MK's comment here quick. When we win the Super Bowl, Gene will have 100,000 subscribers. Baker has 2 rings now, wedding and Super Bowl ring, and it's another year of the Saints watching the playoffs from home. I love it. Dr. Plus says, I have been cutting back on beer, but I really like Landshark for road games every now and then, or Wicked Weed IPA. Plus, we know you're cutting back.
Okay.
It's not, it's not the game season yet, but we'll write that down. Let's see. Landshark and Wicked weed IPA. Plus, we know you're saving yourself for the season, for the fall. You're hibernating on your drinking.
I
Beer
totally
is, yeah, beer is good, but not the Bears. Oh,
Woo.
wow. Olive pulling out the heaters.
Olivia's
That-
right though.
Earmuffs.
The Bears are old division rivals, so screw them too.
Yeah, NFC Central. We were old NFC Central pitter-patter partners. That's why we run so deep with Green Bay, Detroit, and all those lakes, right?
Yeah,
When
they
we
can all go
win,
down.
I'm going to get a Chris Baker jersey. Well,
Oh,
that's it for the Buccateers, guy. No,
Come on,
I'm
Jay, let's
kidding.
end the show right here. Huh.
yeah, I mean, seriously, I don't even want to pick my jersey out no more.
Pick it, J-Lo. It can't be worse than that.
Bud, what's going on, man?
I love Bud, and he has a new picture. That's awesome.
Howdy.
J-Lo, jersey choice?
So, all my years of collecting jerseys, I never ever had an offensive lineman jersey. So let me put it out there and let me go rock a Tristan Wirfs. Let me go Buck Red. Let me go the home jersey. That's probably the next jersey I'm probably going to go after. Go get me
Hey,
that
I just
lineman.
want to ask you quick, J-Lo. Did my Cody Mauch creamsicle impact your decision on that?
Yes. It pretty much did, because I realized, because like I said, your man cave is just a wonderful, wonderful area to stay in. And when I saw you wearing the Mont jersey, I was like, you know what? I need to get me an offensive lineman jersey. So let me show love to the best left tackle in football, in my opinion, Tristan Wirfs.
The most underrated based on some of these other weenies that are out there that think everybody else is good.
And the guy that got passed on by 3 other mediocre linemen, and he landed right to us, trading one spot up. That one of the best linemen, and I love rubbing into those other linemen's faces, especially that one tall dude that got booted by the Jets and now he's on the Eagles.
Well, especially Cam Jordan's bitch ass as well.
Oh, that's his dad. That's Kim Jordan's dad.
Joe Jaravicious away jersey. That'd be a good one. Hey, first pod that Joe Jaravicious has probably brought up multiple times throughout the show. Hey, guess whose shirt I got on right now? You probably won't guess. I'm a little bit of a freak when it comes to Buck shirts. Mr. Robert Hainsey. So I rock the big guys. I rock the big boys. I ride for my squad. And, people make fun of me, whatever, man. I don't give a damn. I'm wearing Bucs players that I like. And you don't have to like Hainsey, but I do. So that's cool. And I got this jersey when he was a rookie too. A Golden Domer rookie right out of the gate. So I like to support the fellas. I got a Cody Mauch and I got a Robert Hainsey. But if I were to pick one, my next one to get, if I could have any jersey, any style, I'm between 2, a legendary and a current.
Let me think here. No, hold on. Let me think here.
Yeah. If you could guess.
Legendary.
Kellen Winslow Jr.
What?
That one might come with some.
He's a soldier.
JK.
Soldier.
I had a Winslow and I gave it away for free to a guy who wanted a Bucs jersey. So
okay, is this a defensive? One clue. Is it defense?
Yes.
Sap.
Yeah, you know it. If I went one more legend jersey, I'd go with the Sap.
Because I've got a Derek Brooks. I've got a Derek Brooks throwback.
That is beautiful.
But I just know I don't wear it. I promised I would wear it if the Bucs go to the Super Bowl again. I'm gonna wear it then. But
I have a John Lynch creamsicle that I only try and pull out for big boy scenarios. I also have a Brooks stitch, but it's one of those counterfeit made ones, I should say. So the numbering looks a little off. And then I do have an Elstott. I have a couple old timers, but I would love, and I still fit into my Rondé Barber surprisingly as well. But I'll tell you, my Ward Sap would be, I'd decide between creamsicle or white.
So what is your most prized jersey right now?
For game used jerseys or for
just jersey, just like you've got your tier of jerseys and you got like the top tier, your top tier jersey that either you don't wear unless it's a special occasion or it's just that special to you.
If we're going with jerseys for the ambiance, if we're going with jerseys for the wardrobe, my most beloved jersey that I try and wear least for whatever reason, and people, make fun of me, people poke fun all you want, but I try and keep this one as pristine as possible. The one I pull out the least, I'm not going to lie, I pull out the Lynch creamsicle a little more than I like once a year. I was trying to save that one, but now the one I pull out the least is my white Tom Brady jersey, and that's for multiple reasons. A, it's still a dream to me that we got Tom
Yeah.
Brady. We had Tom Brady. We
Do you have the captain? Do you have the captain?
No,
Pat-
sadly, I bought it right away. So I literally the day we got Brady, I remember I was like a kid in a candy store. Mother's Day, Father's Day around the corner. I'm like, dude, I'm doing the trilogy right here.
Mm.
I got myself the white Brady. I got Pops the red Brady, and I got my mom the pewter Brady. And none of them had the captain patches at the time, although it was obvious he was going to be a captain. You know how that works with the pro shop and whatnot. So mine actually doesn't. But if I, prize the jersey the most, it'd be my white Tom Brady, because I don't want to spill on that thing either. I don't want to get anything on a white jersey either. So I'd go with
That
the
would be
Tom
sick
Brady.
if that happened.
Gene, how about you? And then we'll go J-Lo. Where you going, Gene?
Probably my creamsicle Doug Williams jersey, number 12.
Nice.
But I have to put my Tom Brady captain jersey is right there with it. So those are two jerseys I rarely wear. But like I said, when we get into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs, I'll bust them out or whatever. And another jersey, and I'm glad Pless said this, is Simeon Rice. I do not own a Simeon Rice jersey, which shame on me.
I actually I don't own one to wear, but I do. It's like down the hall right here. I own a beautiful, beautiful game worn Simeon Rice jersey, and this thing is
Can
beat
I have
up.
it?
Oh, it's
My
nice.
birthday's
But Pops is already telling me, yeah, if you ever need a place for that to stay, let me know. But it's so beat up. There's repairs out the ass. It looks beautiful. And the coolest thing about Simeon's game worn jerseys are the customizations, because his collar was ultra thin. Remember how his collar looked? And then his sleeves were different as well.
Because they're like way up there because you can't like grab him.
Yup, and then he had the bottom specially like hedged off as well, so it kind of looks like a crop top type jersey a little bit. So I do love that one, but
Just think about it. No answer right now. Just think about
it. Down the road, one day when
down the road,
Tampa Tones grows gray and old, and Gene stays young, we'll make that trade. But the recent player I'd probably pick if I had to choose one. I'm a rookie cat, so I usually go with the rookies. Graham Barton would be appealing, but give me Braswell. I would hope that Braswell, the edge rusher from Bama, and I would rock a pewter Braswell. The only pewters I have right now, I have a Vita Vea pewter and a Ronald Jones pewter. So the Rojo's out of commission, Vita's still kicking, but give me a Braswell pewter. J-Lo, what say you?
So I got several jerseys of my own I don't wear. I do have a Tom Brady white one that I customized by putting the captain patch on it and the Super Bowl patch as well. That one I rarely wear because it's white and I don't want to spend nothing on it. What I'll throw out there, I have a Michael Pittman Reebok Bucs jersey that he autographed. He gave me the cleanest autograph on that jersey that I have in all my collection of autographed jerseys. And I rarely wear that one. I've probably worn it one time, because I thought that was very cool of him. He was our starting running back when we won our first Super Bowl. That was probably his best performance as a Buccaneer his whole career, to be truthful. And
Go
ahead,
and while you're talking about that, I'll let you get back to your story. But that guy was and again, I don't want to get canceled by anybody. I know what he's allegedly done off the field. I don't know the whole story, but talking about him as a player, he was always a class act. I've seen him a few times at International Mall. He's always stopped and talked. J-Lo, I'm jealous because I never had a jersey for him to sign, but yeah, he's really awesome, dude. That I met him, and this is strictly him as a football player. I'm not talking about anything else.
No, I agree. he was always a nice guy. Every time I saw him after the game, I was one of those fans that wait after the game to have players sign autographs, take pictures and stuff. You know, I also got a Cardinal Calec Williams white jersey that I got on Christmas during his rookie season. He signed my jersey. I got that put away as well. But I also have an All-Star red jersey. That's probably one of my legendary ones I have. I did have a blue Pro Bowl Derek Brooks jersey, a blue one from like the 2005 or 6 season when he made the Pro Bowl. But I misplaced it. I don't know what I did with it because you don't see those anymore. You don't see Pro Bowl jerseys for sale anymore. You hardly ever find them unless you go China and get them to make it, you know, whatever, where they make them. But for the most part, I got Gronk, you know, I got like Pewter, Brady Pewter. Like I was like you, Tones. When Brady first signed, I was all in getting his jersey. And then when we traded for Gronk, because I was like Gronk even before he became a Buck.
I got a Gronk as well.
Oh man, I love me some Gronk, man. I'm a blocking tight end, baby.
You know, my jerseys are pretty. I buy them pretty sparingly. I mean, that has to be somebody I really love. Like I have 4 Mike Evans jerseys just because I have them. And he's just somebody that I just have always, and I'm a defensive guy. I love the defense. Like Antoine Winfield, I would love to get an Antoine Winfield jersey. It just hasn't ever happened where I've just gotten the urge, man, I got to get a jersey. But after I get past Sue, number 93, then we'll cross that bridge next.
Yeah, and you're right. I get a lot of them as gifts, so it makes it. Yeah,
But you get so lucky.
When in doubt, I'll say I'll take a jersey. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's neither. Yeah. Santa's a good guy. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
El Monito tuning in on Facebook. Our guy Fabricio, how the hell you doing? But no, I'm blessed. But yeah, those would be my picks. So we got a lot of good jerseys in our cupboards, and we got a lot of good ones that we want to purchase as well. It's Gene J-Lo Tampa Tones here on the Buccateers, and you guys are watching us on BucWhatYaHeard or Buccateers YouTube or Bucs Life News Facebook, and you can catch a replay on Apple, Spotify, Google, so much more. And just keep in mind, this coming Thursday, 2 days from now, less than 48 hours to be exact, the great Gene will be doing a BucWhatYaHeard Buccateers special. Gene will be in the driver's seat. I'm actually at a bachelor party this weekend, going to St. Louis to watch some UFC for my man Tim Crowley's bachelor party. So very much so looking forward to that in St. Louis. And you guys will have Gene leading the way on Thursday. And then
well, J-Lo, you coming on?
Oh yeah, brother. I'll come on. Let's run it.
Yep.
So you'll get at least Gene and J-Lo on Thursday. And then Monday we plan on returning as well to be back. So Thursday, Monday, and Thursday night will be 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central for those of you who's very much excited like I am for Gene and J-Lo here on the Buccateers. Fellas, anything we missed? Anything that we should chit-chat about before getting to our final words of the show? I know these things fly by, man. I mean,
they really do, man.
You get good times talking Bucs ball, and this is what happens with good people. It's just a snap of a finger, and boom, an hour and 15 minutes.
So I had to ask you guys, do you guys get like into cooking, like barbecuing or making stuff for football before the game? Because that's like part of it for me is getting in there and, oh man, what am I going to make? And, I may make some smoked nachos or make some ribs or something like that. But I always try to put something out there.
Yeah.
Smoked nachos. Oh
yeah,
man,
man.
Gene.
That's the
I'm
trick
coming
right
to you
there.
in Phoenix, bro.
We do the game day. We do the game day nachos. We call them game day nachos, just to make it more fun. But we do game day nachos, and then we usually just have a plethora of stuff going. Whether it's a home run in frozen pizza as well on top of the game day nachos that we make, and some other maybe boneless wings, maybe some other things. You never know what the
boneless. You mean chicken nuggets?
Round nuggets, we'll call them.
There we go.
Chicken nuggets.
We can agree on it. They're not wings.
McChicken.
I usually make wings on Sundays. I make wings. I'll get on the grill. I make burgers, some simple ribs.
No, but seriously, guys, the trick is just put them on the grill. Put your grill down to 200. Put a little bit of wood on there. Put some Velveeta cheese on there. Some hamburger. some pico de gallo, maybe a little bit of some jalapenos. Let that smoke and smoke nuggets. I mean, some nuggets. Jesus Christ. The nachos are incredible, bro. You will not be disappointed, and you'll thank me later.
We got plus round nuggets. We got Gene dreaming about chicken nuggets now. Ain't that something?
Not
Chicken
boneless
nuggets.
wings, but nuggets.
And J-Lo, you got your special hot honey sauce, right?
Duh.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Hot honey, man. It's not that hard to make, you know. Throw a little butter in the little pan, whatever, and then throw whatever your favorite buffalo sauce of your choice. It could be any of it, and then you put a half cup of honey in there and just mix that bad boy up. It's fire.
I'm gonna try that. This weekend.
It's fire, bro. I'm telling you. Like I said, that's one of my favorite recipes when it comes to making wings. Cause I fell in love with the hot honey. Thanks a lot, Wingstop. They got me hooked to that with their dry rub.
We do have some sad news to share around the world of the NFL as Adam Schefter is reporting. The Denver Broncos announced the passing of former defensive coordinator Joe Collier, who died Monday night. Collier was a leader and architect of Denver's Orange Crush defense, and he spent 20 seasons on the Broncos coaching staff from 1969 to 1988, helping the team to 5 division titles and 3 Super Bowl appearances. It's always sad when we lose a pioneer of the game. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Joe Collier, the Broncos, and all of their family. I do chicken strips if not eating wings. I do love chicken strips or tendies. Tendies is a new one. Well, tendies. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Tendies, baby. Woo! What are your thoughts on tendies, Gene?
Never had them. I don't even know. What are we talking about here?
Just chicken tenders.
Yeah, tendies. Yeah, okay, yeah. I got a new air fryer too. I'm in love. Hey, I'm telling you what, I've been lost without this air fryer, but I'm back in business, man. I'm back in the game, and I'm happy to be here.
That's life, bro.
For real, it is.
What's your go-to thing to throw on the air fryer quick before we get to our final word? I'll start with Gene, then J-Lo will get to you. Air fryer, favorite thing or best thing, whatever.
Oh, drumettes.
Drumettes. Let's go. Oh, well, I know where I'm going for dinner in about an hour or so. J-Lo, you going with drumettes or you going with something else?
I mean, pretty much that's my go-to for wings, man. They crisp them up really good if you cook them right, if you follow the right steps, because you got to flip them.
If you've got the right air fryer, though, that's the trick.
The air fryer I got is dope, man. It's a good air fryer. Got it for a good price. But you can make anything. I mean, you can do
turkey testicles,
jalapeno poppers.
Jalapeno poppers.
Notice how I bypassed that testicle comment there. That was pretty smooth, wasn't it?
And plus, you can do fries, tots. You can do all those.
Yeah.
If you want to get fancy, throw some shredded cheese and bacon bits on the tots. Make like a loaded tots. In the air fryer pretty quickly. I mean, you can do so much good with the air fryer, man. I keep trying to tell you, mom tones. It's life.
Telling you right now, J-Lo, Gene, don't doubt on the turkey testicles. And
I'll leave that to the experts, man.
Turkey ass.
So what happened? Long story short, we had a bar at our school called the Penalty Box, right? And the Penalty Box was a sports bar, obviously. Penalty Box, Blackhawks theme, because hockey big here. We had a turkey trot close to Thanksgiving on campus, and I don't know where the hell they would get them, but as a free appetizer, they'd just put mounds and mounds of them out. They would dip them like wing sauce too. You'd have your turkey testicles, garlic parmesan, buffalo. I will say they're a little chewy, but they're not bad at all. They are, decent when they're deep fried. So would I buy them? No, but they weren't a bad thing to eat when you're for free and you're a college guy. So Plus says chicken tenders from Publix. Yeah, I heard.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go.
The pub sub too, man. The pub sub.
You can't go wrong with PDQ either on the tenders, man.
Dude, we had one fucking PDQ right by my house years back. They closed it within a year. I'm so mad.
We'll throw this out there, Tones. Since we're talking about food, I'm depressed, bro. Those dough nuggets.
OMG. You're still kicking over the Chicago za, huh?
I'm telling you, the
And the
dough
dough
nuggets.
nuggets.
Like, I can't eat, anything bread anymore without thinking about dough nuggets.
Dude, those things are I might have to get an order of the dough nuggets myself tonight. Those things are beautiful. Gene,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if you know what dough nuggets are, but they're kind of a Chicago appetizer. It's literally just like fried crispy dough dipped in like garlic and Parmesan cheese, and it's like a little buttery goodness. It's pretty much like a breadstick bite, but like dolled up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay. I know what you, because there's the pizza joint around the corner. They have something like that.
So yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. It's a pizza place type thing. So
Yeah. I usually have it with marinara.
yep, marinara. Man, I'm dreaming of heartburn now. Let's go, baby. Let's ride. Speaking of let's ride, fellas, it's been a blast. It's been beautiful. It's been Gene J-Lo Tones here. We got great chat tonight from Dr. Pless, the great JC Allen. And now it's time for some final words before our great Thursday show. Once again, the great Gene, 7 o'clock Eastern, alongside J-Lo, will be riding captain and co-captain Thursday night. J-Lo, we'll start with you, brother, since we can't see you, but we surely can hear you, my man. Final word for the program, brother.
Well, Tampa fans, we're getting closer and closer. Matter of fact, rookie minicamp starts this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. So I'm stoked to see the new Bucs out there at $1 place, and it's gonna be a fun time. And God bless, man. Go Bucs.
The great Gene, the head of the table, the boots to asses of millions and millions, millions,
Millions.
millions and millions and millions. All right, no, we're not on a replay. That's just me being a goofball. Mr. Gene.
I just want to thank everybody that listens. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I've been reading the chat, and just thank you so much for contributing. You could be doing other things, but you're here listening to my madness or listening to these guys give you knowledge or whatever, and I really appreciate you. Everybody except for JC Allen, you're a jabroni, and you're gonna get what's coming soon enough, buddy. Just remember that. Know your role and shut your damn mouth.
Wow, a people's elbow might be coming to JCL. We got Cody Rhodes, JC in one corner. We got The Rock of Gene in one corner. No, JC was actually stone cold.
Gene Bottom.
Gene Bottom, that apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. Walking the club, everyone looking at her. She hit the flow.
God.
No, I'm not gonna sing.
How did we get here? Oh my God! Fire the damn cannons!
Fire the damn cannons! Final word quickly for me is a shout out to Brashad Perriman, because he was at the roast, and Ari Morov and other guys were kind of making fun of Brashad Perriman being, what's this guy doing at the roast? I stuck up for my man. I said Brashad was Brady's guy after that Bills walk-off. We love Brashad Perriman. Guess who liked my tweet just a couple minutes ago? Brashad Perriman said, hey, I agree. I'm a big Brady guy, and Brady loves me as well. I was actually at that Bucs-Bills game, but all these why was Brashad Perriman there? None of your damn business. These guys could be
it's free of charge to mind your damn business.
Exactly. Who the hell cares who the hell Brady's friends with? And I'm a big Brashad Perriman guy myself. I'll put myself out there and say that, and I'll put my chest out and say that as well. So from the great J-Lo, who's making some honey sriracha sauce in the corner, that's why you can't see him right now. From Apple Bottom Gene, no, I get it.
Bang.
From the great, from the head of the table, the final boss, the best of the rest, Mr. Gene himself, for the great BucWhatYaHeard. On behalf of Bucko, A-Cats, Huncho, Stunna, anyone else I might have missed who's part of the great 7 Buccateers, it's been a beautiful episode. Remember, Thursday, 7 Eastern p.m., Gene and J-Lo show. Hopefully Huncho and some of the other Buccateers as well. But if not, going to be great. Nonetheless, get those beers in. We got 2 recommendations now from today, Land Shark and Wicked Wheat. So be sure to keep getting more and more bears, and Perriman had more reason to be there than Kim. Thank you. Only reason why, we all know why Kim was there, right? I mean, that's all I can say.
She got roasted pretty bad. It was bad.
Roasted in more ways than one in her life.
Yeah.
Zing! On behalf of the great Gene and Tones Decker off and J-Lo, 3, 2, 1, fire the damn cannons, touchdown Tampa Bay, K-Dot and over the middle, Culp with the great block, Bucs win, week 1 against Detroit, Marv Albert voice, yes, fire the damn cannons, thank you everybody, Gene, J-Lo, can't wait to watch you guys on Thursday, Bud Cannibalist, MK Plus, Olivia, everybody else, we love you guys are fucking awesome. I'm Buck What You Heard and Buccateers. We'll see you guys Thursday with Gene leading the way with the great J-Lo right by his side as well. See you guys later. Be safe, be blessed. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Tones, Gene, and J-Lo are out of the building. Going to eat tacos. Let's get it.
LGF.
Yeah. Game on Sunday, man. I know you're nervous for the Rams, but you got to be a little enthusiastic after being there.
Bro, that game atmosphere was ridiculous. The energy, the electricity. That place was rocking. Anyone was there, and a lot of the Super Buck fans were there too. The Bucs.
Tampa Tones. We are joined by Lee Doom tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron Show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like we got a little.
No, my camera's broke.